today's tutorial, I'm going to mostly be using SleekMakeUp products, and here's the palette that I'm going to be using. It's called the All Natural palette from SleekMakeUp. So the first color I'm going to be grabbing is called Honeycomb, and I'm using a large eyeshadow brush from Sony Cashew to go ahead and apply this as my brow bone color. I'm going to be using MAC's Saddle eyeshadow and also the Sigma E40 blending brush. I'm using this color because that's the only thing this palette is missing, a nice red toned brown transition shade. Now the next color I'm going to grab is called Regal, and I'm going to be using a Sigma E25 blending brush, and I'm just going to be placing this right in the outer V area because I want to build up some dimension for this look. I'm just really fluffing this out, but mostly keeping it concentrated in the outer V area, bringing it up towards my crease. Next, I'm going to be grabbing a color called Conquer. This color is my favorite color in this entire palette, and I'm going to be using my MAC 242 brush, and I'm just going to be using the press and slide technique that I've always been using anytime I apply any type of pigment or something that I want to really stand out. So I'm just going to be pressing and sliding this color. It's a beautiful foiled type of plum burgundy color. I love this color. It's my most favorite color. Is that a word? Favorite color in this entire palette. And I'm also going to be blending this towards the color Regal that I put down earlier, just to make sure that the two blend well together. So I'm just going to be taking that Sigma E25 blending brush with no more extra product and just blending the two together to make sure that they are seamless. Moving on to the face, I'm using Makeup Forever's Step 1 Skin Equalizer, and this one is in the Smoothing Primer. I really like this for my pores and just smoothing up my skin surface. Next, I'm using MAC's Prep and Prime highlighter pen in Peach Luster, and I'm just using this to neutralize or basically get rid of any of the darkness that I have on my skin, like around my mouth or any of the acne scars that I have. This takes care of that beautifully. Now for my foundation, I'm using Lancome's Tint Idol Ultra 24-Hour Makeup, as well as Royal & Langnickel's Revolution brush. This is in BX20. It's basically a flat top kabuki brush, and it does a really good job of basically making my complexion look flawless. Once that's all blended, I'm going to be using my Makeup Forever Full Coverage Concealer. This is a waterproof concealer, and I like to use it just to dab into areas that I didn't get total coverage with, but I don't want to cake up my face with foundation. So that does really good coverage. Now I'm using my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Amande just to go ahead and cover any dark circles and also go ahead and highlight my face, and I'm using a beauty blender to blend that out. To make sure everything is set, I'm using the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder with a setting brush from Real Techniques. For blush, I'm using SleekMakeUp's Cream to Powder Blush. This is in the color Pink Peony. As you can see, that's really, really bright, but I'm going to show you what I do with my cream to powder products. Anything cream to powder, I like to take a bit of it on my ring finger, and then I put it on the back of my hand to warm this product up a little bit with my finger. Getting a really generous amount of this and making sure that it's totally warmed up in the back of my hand. I think that's the key to it. Then I take a brush like this. This is from Royal & Langnickel's Revolution series. This is the BX25, and I grab up the majority of the product from the back of my hand that's been warmed up, and then I basically press it into my skin, going upwards on my cheek area. As you can see, that provides me with a really nice flush of color. It's not as loud as it looks in the pan, but it comes out a beautiful flush of color onto the cheek area. Now onto my brows, I'm just using NYX's Micro Brow Pencil. This is in the color Espresso. You see me do my brows 100 times, so I'm not going to spend too much time showing you how I feel in my brows right now. I'm going to set my entire face with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Powder. This so far has been my favorite setting powder for the summer, and I don't know if I'm going to change it because it's been really doing wonders on setting my foundation. And I'm going to go ahead and use these two oldies but goodies. That's MAC's Pro Sculpting Powder in Shadowy and also MAC's Blunt Blush. And I go ahead and use my NARS Ita brush to contour and chisel out my face. Just a little bit, not too much, with these two colors. Once that's done, I go ahead and use my Sigma E30 pencil brush. And I'm going to grab that color Regal again just to go on my outer rim. And I'm going to be using the Sleek Ooh La La liner in New York. This is a beautiful black pencil liner. It's really creamy and it's been staying really put in my waterline. It's a really good pencil for the waterline area, and as you can see, it's really black. It's very effortless. I don't have to do like 10 million passes just to build up the color. It's a beautiful pencil. Now I'm going to be using Becca's Shimmering Skin Perfector in Topaz just to go ahead and highlight the high points of my face. To line my eyes, I'm going to be taking my Kat Von D Tattoo Liquid Liner. This is a beautiful liner. I've been using it for so long and it always gives me a perfect winged liner. It never lets me down. If you struggle with winged liner, you need to get that. Now I'm going to be taking that Sigma E30 pencil brush again, and I'm going to be picking up the color Noir. It's like a charcoal darkened gray black color. It's not totally black, but it's like a charcoal. And I'm just going to be gliding that up from my outer V area on top of that wing because I wanted to deepen that area a little bit, but I also wanted to just blend out that liner just a tad bit. And I'm just going to be doing a little bit of extra blending using my Sigma E25 blending brush. No more product on it, just to make sure I have no harsh lines. For mascara, I'm using Sigma Sinuosity Lash Mascara. If you want to go ahead and check these out, I'm going to have a link down below. And for my false lashes, I'm using the Cocoa Lashes in Aerial. Beautiful, fluffy, and spiky lashes. Going and mixing Regal and Nior again, I'm going to take my Sigma E30 pencil brush and just place that underneath my lower lash line because I needed to smoke that out just a little bit more. For my lips today, I'm using SleekMakeUp's lipstick. This is their True Color lipstick in the color Cherry, and this is in their Sheen formula. Now, I really like this formula because even though it's a sheen, it actually is very opaque and the color lasts all day. It actually stains the lips. But this is a gorgeous, deep cherry color that I think is just perfect for fall. And now to set everything and to get rid of that powdery look, I'm going to be using the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I've never used it afterwards, and I actually like how my skin turns out. So here's the completed look, you guys. I love this look and I do enjoy using SleekMakeUp's products. Their products are gorgeous and everything stays in place all day. I do hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll talk to you guys in another video really soon. Bye guys.